Yeah. Yeah, today we will talk about Git, but with itself, many people don't know whether they use Git or in other tools. Predominantly, many people knows GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab. Many people knows that kind of upper level IDE for the Git for the content management. But we will talk a little bit Git. What is Git? Why we are using? Why we need? Yeah. In the first place, the creator of the Git is Linus Torvalds. Maybe you know the Linus Torvalds. He is the founder of Linux kernel, Linux operating system. For this development, he created some collaborative platform. He started this project, but he didn't develop everything with himself, but he managed this process so well. The most important part was the collaboration style, because everybody working on the same project and everybody was developing different part of the project. At the end, you need to combine all the new codes, new changes, and for example bug fixes and new release, something similar things. At the end, you have to manage that kind of software development life cycle. That's why Linus Torvalds in 2005 he developed one one versioning tool, content management tool. Yeah, in here, for example. Maybe you know, all guys knows like me, but the young generation maybe they don't know who is Linus Torvalds. Yeah, he created one open source content management system, version management system, and its name is Git. And via this tool, all of the developers from different countries, they support the open source operating system. They developed their own task, and then at the end, they combined all the changes in a same master repository, and they really after that, Linus Torvalds published new releases of Linux. That's why Git was very important for the Linux development. And then, every software development life cycle has similar behavior. That's why other developers for their other projects, they had started to use Git for their project. For example, you can version your, you can manage your versioning with Git for the Java development, for example, for the node.js, for the Python, for the Golang. Even you can manage your Word documents or Excel files via Git, because Git by default keeps everything in a secure way, and historically you can manage all kinds of things. That's why to use a Git, there is no dependency. You can use it for everything. There is no restriction for any language. Yeah, you can download Git. First of all, for example, you are developing one Node.js application or Java application, and your team using the GitLab. Yeah, in general, when you join to one team, they will say to you, we are using Bitbucket, GitLab, Git, or GitHub. In the first place, what should we do when we take our computer? We need to install one Git. Git is a standard for versioning. Okay, that's why no matter which website or technology using as a versioning, such a GitLab, Bitbucket, or GitHub, it doesn't matter. You need to install in the first place our core component. to our computer. You know, that's why for the Mac, the installation is different, Windows is different, and Linux is different. You can download it from there. The installation is so simple, like any other package or like any other programs. You are downloading, and if you are using the Windows, you are double clicking, and it starts to install. Yeah, in the first place, to be honest, I will talk a little bit on the presentation, and then I will jump to real life scenario. I will create one project on the GitHub, and then I will create some branch. I will make some changes, and then I will commit. At the end, I will merge on the GitHub. That's why I will talk a little bit basic things. I will talk about the basic things in the first place, and then I will jump to real life scenario. I don't want to spend that kind of things for that kind of so much time, because you can read that kind of things in everywhere. Yeah, in the first place, when you install your Git to your computer, better to configure your Git. You can configure, you know, for example, your name, surname, and your email address. It is nice, you know, if you, sorry. Yeah, if you configure such a things, when you commit your changes, you know, when other developer can see easily who changed it and what was the email address, something, they can easily understand. Yeah. For example, I've given a small example to here. If you want to set your name, you can use directly this command. You know, let me open here. You know, I installed Git in here. You know, when you directly write the Git, you can see help page directly, and you can directly see which command can you use how via Git. And in here you can see, you know, if you are interested in one command how it is working, you can directly write git help -a and command name. And if you want to update your configuration, you can use directly git config global username and Rasim send. And let's have a look. Git config -- list, something like this to check. Yeah, you know, when I did before some configuration, but you know, I am using the default setting. I didn't do any specific configuration. That's why, you know, don't worry about this configuration. All of them default setting. I changed, I updated, I configured only this information. Okay, and these two information directly you can update via git config. Okay, these are the prerequisites. You know, when you want to start new Git repository, you can create one folder, and in it you can write git init. And if you want to take one, if you want to integrate with the GitHub or Bitbucket or similar tools, you can use git clone. Yeah, git ignore file. You know, some of the file we don't want to put. We don't want version, such a temporary files, cache files. You know, we don't want to use. We don't want to version. That's why we are creating like this file under our root repository. Git automatically ignoring these files. Yeah, to create a branch, we can use this kind of commands. For example, git branch, you can create a branch, you can check out, merge. You know, all of the commands of the git. I can't see your screen. Are you sharing something? By the way, are you guys, can you see my screen at the moment?
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Najiye, I think she is not able to see. Yeah, maybe she has some problem. Maybe you can log in again, Nagiye. Time to time, Zoom is doing such a things. When you log in again, everything will work fine.
Thank you. Okay, I will try.
Okay. Yeah, branch and synchronization. We can use git fetch, git merge, git push, and git pull, that kind of things, and make a changes. When you do some changes, you can directly check your changes via git log, and you can directly see your changes. But we are using for the git log some other tools as well. I am using the source tree and redo commits. You can reset your branch and git reset. Yeah, let's jump to example. I will share with you guys this presentation. Don't worry about it because there are so many other options. Also, I prepared some deep tutorials for you guys to understand how Git works. But for the beginner level, it will be a little bit complicated. But in general, what I want to show you how we are working in a team with the Git. For example, in the first place, yeah, this is the Git. This is the versioning tool. And maybe on these days, Microsoft bought GitHub, and on these days, this is the really popular versioning tools. Yeah, first of all, if you are not on the GitHub, you are registering to GitHub. It is like a Facebook registration. It is nothing. It's not more than that. After that, you will see such a screen. Yeah, I have some repository on here, but in general, you will see only this part. Okay. If you want to create new project or repository, in the first place, what is repository? Repository means, you can imagine I have one software project, and I will put everything in a one folder. Okay, that's why like a bucket, you can imagine what you need about this project. I will put everything in this bucket. I am saying to that bucket repository. Okay, that's why when I create a repository, it means I will put everything in this repository. For example, database schema definition, all of the image, all of the class programs, or CSS code, HTML files, everything what the project requires, I will put in this repository. That's why you can start from here or here. Yeah, let's create one brand new repository. Yeah. This is the this is the owner username. This is my repository. You can give anything as a repository name. 02 hero git demo, for example. Yeah, you can create your repository, and also you can add some nice git for. Oops, sorry. You can give some meaningful description. Git for beginners, for example. Yeah, what is the meaning of public and private? Yeah, if you go via public for your repository, it means everybody can see your codes. But if you are working on one special project, you want to hide your code from the outside world, right? That's why you need to go as a private. when you create one private repository, you and your colleagues can see your changes. Okay, and you are giving some access rights to anyone that you want to share your. For example, you create a repository in it, and you want to share with your team lead. For example, you can create one private repository, and you can invite him as a colleague, the part for your project. That's why be careful about the repository type. You know, before the Microsoft, it was private repository was not free, but when the Microsoft bought the GitHub, you know, public and private, all of them now free. Of course, if you need some commercial support or something, still you can buy some package from the GitHub. But today we will go as a public because I don't care. Anyone can see my code. Yeah, in here, initialize the repository with the README file. Yeah, if you click this one, it will automatically create one readme.md file in your repository, but I don't need. I will create. I will create it later. And git ignore, for example. Git ignore, if you want to ignore some files, you can add this one. It doesn't matter. I will add later as well. And you can add these things. Let's create repository. Okay, I created repository. And in here, for the first time, GitHub shows me really important information. If you read this page, you know, carefully, when you follow these steps, I think you don't need anything else, you know, because, you know, in here, what it says, a quick setup, you know, you can download this project via this address. And you can create your README file like this, or you can create how you want. And then if it is a brand new repository on your local machine, you can start Git with this command, and you can add and you can commit. Let's do it one by one. In the first place, I won't close this page because it shows only one time. Let's have a look. Yeah, when I until I commit, it will show. Okay, in the first place, to use via HTTPS or SSH based, you can download your code. I prefer to use SSH based download. In the first place, what I am doing. Clear. Let's prepare my computer. Where am I? Okay, workspace. Okay, I will say, have a look here. Yeah, I created new repository on GitHub, and I will work on this repository on my local machine. What I am doing, I am writing git clone like this. You know, as you will see. Okay, it says, you know, look the warning because this is the brand new repository. But what will I gain with this like this? Oh, let's go inside. Git 0 to hero. Git demo. Let's have a look what I have. You know, I have a .git script file in here. .git. Okay, you see in here, when I create new repository, you will see such a things. Okay, for example, in here, in here, some of the folders very important. Okay, in here, for example, for the branch, you can see all of your active branch under this branch folder, and had this file shows your active branch. You will see later when I change my branch name. It keeps only active branch name, and this reference shows my my branch hash code. Okay, and in a Git by default, it is you can imagine about the Git. Git is a NoSQL database. It keeps everything in a key value pair. Okay, that's why in the first place, for example, if you imagine, if you know a little bit about maps, for example, all of the maps keys is managed by hash codes. Git works like this. When I create new file under this repository, it is automatically creating hash code for this new file. And if I create second one, it creates again another hash code for second file as well. And all of the hash code it keeps under here, under ref. You will see. At the beginning, all of these things is empty. Okay, but in general, we are not touching this .git folder because Git managing its this folder with itself. If we use proper Git commands, it doesn't need to work on here. That's why this just keep in your mind. It keeps everything according to hash code, and it tracks everything under .git folder. Yes, in here we don't have anything. Let's go to GitHub. For example, I will create new project, written file, for example. In the first place, we can also create one real project. We can create one dummy Node.js project, and we can see how it is working. Okay, that's why I will create one Node.js project with the Nest.js framework. You know, it's a very simple thing. Let me create. Okay. Nest new. Yeah, I am creating one Node.js project with the Nest. It says, yeah, you can do it according to this documentation file as well. Yeah, I will create one draft project via Nest CLI like this. Nest new project, Nest new 0 to 0. Let me 0 to 0 demo. It's yes. You know, it is asking description for the project. Git demo. I am saying Git demo project, for example. Do you want to give any version? Take it easy. Other. My name is. It is creating, you know, some default class for my project. You know, by the way, Nest, we are using Nest for the microservice development in general. It is the really strong Node.js based framework. You know, if you are working on REST API, you can directly use its documentation is really nice. Yeah, that's why you know, when I create one empty project via Nest CLI, you know, it is creating so many things on behalf of me. By default, it is using MVC design pattern. maybe you know NDC model View controller design pattern is very popular for the microservice development and REST API development, and also for the project development as a design pattern is very popular on every language. For example, if you go to Spring Boot, you know, you will see so many MVC design pattern solution. If you go Python or Golang or .NET Core, that's why if you are interested in, you can go deep about the MVC design pattern. Now it is asking me, oops, sorry. Okay. Yeah, it is asking me which package manager would you to use. Yeah. You can use npm or you can use yarn. You know, npm is developed by the node.js organization, and it is managed by open source consortium as well. Yarn is developed by Facebook. Most of the React guy, maybe you know, they are using the Yarn. Facebook developing it in the market. Most of the guys don't want to use Yarn as a commercial tool because of the registry problem. When you use Yarn, yeah, they are thinking you are sending your registry to Facebook. Maybe they will use just for marketing or something. That's why we will go with the npm. It will take a little bit time. Yeah, by the way, when you create a brand new project, it says, okay, everything looks fine. Let's jump to project folder, 0 hero git demo. Oh, you can see, did you see so many files came to our project? Let's have a look. Git branch. We don't have Git branch. I'm sorry. We don't have. Normally, it should come with. Okay. Okay. It's check out. Okay. Sorry. Normally, I was expecting master branch as a default. Git status. Okay. Okay. Let's create a branch. Yeah. To create by default, we are creating. We need to create one master branch. Master branch is our always the latest and production repository. Git checkout -p master git branch. It's not showing. Oh, let me open another terminal because git branch. Oh my God. I think my terminal has some small problems. I will open the project. Yeah, as an IDE for the JavaScript frameworks, I'm using the VS Code. I will open this project via VS Code. It has also terminal. It's not showing. Oh my God. Git branch. branch git status. Yeah, normally, you should when you write git command, git branch, it should show all of your active branch. Anyway, I think my terminal has some problems. Yeah, in the first place, yes. Let's have a look. Git status. Okay. Yeah, in here, as you see, I am on the master branch. It is by default, it is by default created by GitHub. When I create one Git project, it is creating the master branch. And when I, for example, I got a new task from the team lead, for example, he said me work on this, create brand new microservice for us. And what I am doing according to my backlog, I think the other one is called node.js. Yeah, I am on the wrong one, right? Oh, sorry. Zero to hero, node.js, SRC. I think you are right, guys. Zero to hero, git demo. I need to use this one. I think zero to hero git demo. Yeah, I think I am on the right file. Okay. So what I am doing at the moment, according to my backlog, I am creating brand new branch. Okay, Git, you can create a branch in a two-way. One of them is Git branch. Directly, you can write your branch name. The second way is Git checkout -b is defined pointing to a new branch. For example, feature and for example, node.js hello, for example. I created, such a branch, for example. It says switch to a new branch. Git status, on branch feature node.js hello. Okay, this is my active branch is this one. Now I will work on this branch and I will do. Sorry, is it because there is one message on the chat? Is it because you are inside the Git demo folder and it doesn't have any branch? It is not still. Yeah. In the first place, when you start a new project, when you create your repository via GitHub, it comes with one master branch. Its name is master. Okay. And at the moment, it is empty on the GitHub. You will see on the GitHub. If you go there, oh, sorry. In here, still it is empty. Okay. That's why, on the master branch is empty and there is nothing in there. But we are not working. We don't prefer to work on master branch. What is our main idea? We are creating a branch according to our job description or aim, and then we are starting to work on this branch. But we should do everything on this branch. When we finish all of our developments, after that, we are committing all changes to Git repository. In general, one guy is doing code review, and then if he or she accept our code, we are merging with master branch. We have to keep working copy in a master branch. That's why we are doing our additional works in a additional branch. That's why we are creating new branch. That's why we created this new branch. Its name is feature node.js hello. Okay. Yes. In the first place, what should I do? In the first place, my program is working or not. I need to check this one. Let's have a look. npm run start. I am in this project. Yeah. It says Nest application successfully started. Let's have a look on the browser. Is it working or fine? It says it is working. For example, localhost 3000. Hello world. Yes, it is working. If I stop, it shouldn't respond. Yeah, I think it is my program. You know, this is the simple Node.js application, as you see. You know, in here, you know, it is creating by default README file. It is creating, you know, JSON package.json. Maybe if you don't know, package.json we are using for the package management. npm in the first place, before it runs, it is looking to package.json and checks, do I have any dependency to run this project? And one by one, it installs everything under the dependencies. And if you are testing on your local machine, it runs all the package under the dev dependencies. Okay. And yeah, just keep in your mind for the Node.js projects, you know, by default, it is managed by package.json. Yeah, you know, when you, if somebody give you one Node.js project, in the first place, jump to package.json. From top to bottom, if you look the file, you can easily understand what this project is doing. Okay, the project name, yeah, as you see, others and formats. Is there any other dependent package? Everything you can see. You know, for example, it is starting from here. As a main program, it is using main.ts. It should be somewhere. Oh, sorry. Under the root folder, main.package. Let's have a look. You see main.ts, src main.ts. Yeah, everything looks fine. And readme file, I am putting my description under the readme file. And let's have a look other part of the project. Nest of npm run test. Yeah, as a default behavior, I have to write at unit test for all of my project, right? That's why Nest, when I create one Nest.js project, by default, it is creating its own, it's creating unit tests for its own classes. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, all of the unit tests passed Nest, oh, sorry, npm run test, for example, coverage. And also, you know, for example, you know, in general, as a discipline, we are writing unit tests for all of the functional codes, functions and methods. And for example, we put one rule to a GitHub. You know, as a, you know, if the code coverage less than 70% or 80%, don't allow to merge. Okay, you know, every company has such a rules, and our code coverage is 100. It is really perfect. So my project is ready, everything working fine. My unit test is ready, and let's merge with the master. In the first place, what was my branch name? Git status. Normally, to see your active branch, if you write git branch, normally it shows all of the branch under this repository. and your active branch will be a green color. Okay. And git branch, but I will learn my active branch from here. Feature node.js.hello. You know, in why I gave feature slash node.js hello. You know, in general, as a behavior, you know, we are collecting all the new features under this tag. Okay, I am giving for the new features like a feature. After that, I am giving some definitive keyword. For example, if I am doing bug fix, for example, I am creating bug fix slash for example username is changes. For example, username changes. Okay, according to your job description or ticket, you are giving a name to your branch. Okay, so we completed everything, and we want to push all the changes to GitHub. You know, again, let's have a look to. Oh, sorry. GitHub repository. Do we have anything in there? Still, it is empty. Okay. Yes. In the first place, what should I do? In the first place, I should add all the files to here, but I don't want to add some files. For example, I don't want to add this one. That's why I will create one file, git ignore. I will create one file under it of nano of git ignore. What was the name of folder? Yeah. Just for copying. Something like this. Okay. Git status. You see, there is no node modules anymore. Okay. And also, I don't want to add also coverage, because these are the code coverage result. If you look to it, for example, what I have, you know, it shows, yeah, it is generating when I run npm test semicolon coverage. It is generating one reports about my project. You know, everything is fine or not. You know, you can see the reports. That's why we don't need as a repository on here. I will also, I can add easily from here. Where is my git ignore file? Yeah, in here. Okay. I think we don't need also coverage. Do I need to add any other things? You know why I am ignoring the node modules and coverage? You know, as you see under the node module, you know, I have so many packages, and you know, I download from the internet. You know, do I need to push all the internet things to internet? No. You know, when I need, you know, I can run npm install according to package.json. It will install everything again. That's why I am saying I don't need these files. Code coverage as well. If I write npm run test coverage, you know, it will regenerate code coverage again. That's why I don't need again. You know, such a temp file, I don't want to push to Git repository, because you know, as you see, you know, there are so many things. You know, it will make your repository big, Okay, let's continue from here. Git status. What I have, okay, this file. Let's add to Git. You can add like this. You know, this is option, one by one. Git status. You see, the green color shows that when you commit, it will push green colors to GitHub, you know, to remote repository. That's why, you know, when I commit at the moment, it will send only these two files. If I want to push this file as well, I have to add to Git repo as well. Git add, for example, readme file. But you know, if you want to add all of them, Git add, you can use this one directly. Okay, it is the shortcut. Git status. Let's have a look. Everything looks green. Okay, and then I am saying I will send all these files to Git repository because of the code review. I will send to my manager or team, my colleagues, and I will show my codes if everything okay or not. They will put some comments. That's why I am doing these things. If everything fine at the end, I will merge with the master branch. You know, git commit -m, it says normally this is enough. But if you put -m, it means, yeah, I am committing these changes on behalf of this command. You know, for example, nest.js hello world. First commit. Yeah, you know, you can give anything. In general, I am giving, you know, in the first place, Jira ticket. Maybe if you know the Jira ticket code. After that, I am writing my comment because most of the versioning tool, we are integrating with the Jira or any other project management tool. It is, if you do, you know, for example, Jira ticket ID, for example, if you have integration, it will automatically create a link to your task. That's why it is becoming really nice. Okay, it says what it says, features 18 files changed, 7,000 insertion. You know, in general, let's have a look. I committed everything. Did I send to them? Still, GitHub is empty, you know, there is nothing in here. To push them, there is one last thing, git push. You know, for the first time, oops, enter, yeah, we initialized the project. That's why we need to do some initial things. Remove add URL, something. Instead of this one, we can directly use these commands. That's why I said, don't close this page, you know. Remove add origin, yeah, we did this one. Oh, this is okay. We committed everything and we need to do this one. It is the same origin. Both of them same, doing the same thing. It's okay. Let's have a look. Okay. You know, what I did now, I create a connection with my GitHub remote repository. Okay. Now I am able to do, and let's, yeah. To push the current branch and set the remote as an upstream, use this command. You know, for the first time, it will always say such a thing. Okay. Copy and paste, and you will send to there. What it says, step by step, it is explaining everything, you know, writing object, GitHub repository, this one, and branch feature notice, set up the track, remove origin. Let's have a look. Yes, voila. All of my codes came to here. Also, I got an email, you know, automatically GitHub sent me a notification. You know, one guy committed some changes. Keeping track. Yes, in this branch, as you see in here, I have such a things. And all of my codes in here. And did you see my README file? Everything looks fine. You know, yeah, if you prepare your README file, everything will be fine. Okay. And in general, we are putting some descriptive information to README file. How can we install? How can we run? How can we test such a thing? Yeah. In after that, we are doing one more thing. Yeah. At the moment, we haven't done the settings. That's why directly I am able to merge with the master branch. Oop. Commits. Let's go to here. But before that one, I want to show you one more thing. But I want to Git repository. First of all, we have some problem. Git status in here. Yes, everything looks fine. Every committed. Git checkout master. Checkout master. Git checkout -b master. New branch. Git status. Nothing to commit. Yeah, we need to create a master branch as a second one. Let's touch. No, readme.md. Okay. We have already readme file, yes. Let's update one things on the readme file. MD. Because we have one problem about the master branch. Git add git commit master branch is created. I'm pushing my master branch to server. Okay. Git status. Okay, git ignore. I have git ignore. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look again. Where is my code? Okay. Yeah, I created master branch as well, and I have also one feature branch. You know, in general, master branch is created by GitHub, but today we have some problems. about it. Yeah, we have to care about this kind of things. But what we will do now, we will make a settings. Yeah, in general, what we are doing, we are clicking the branch, and we are doing the settings for that one. Yeah, we don't have any rules yet. Okay, in a team, normally we are doing some settings for the versioning, for the GitHub. For example, in a team, we are 10 people. We are 10 people in a team, and we put some rules. We say to merge our new features with the master branch, minimum 2 guys should review my code and should approve. And for example, we can put another rule. All of the command should be cleaned or solved. And also we can put another rule as another rule. For example, code coverage, we can integrate with the Sonar cube for the code quality. We can integrate with the Sonar cube, and according to Sonar cube, we can say to merge with the master branch, it should cover minimum 70% with the unit test, for example. Yeah, we can put such a rule, and if you want to add new rule, directly you can click the rule and, for example, 0 to hero rule. I won't create any rule because just keep in your mind, look the rule type. Require pull request review before merging. If you click this one, if somebody wants to merge his changes with the master branch, it will by default expect one guy's approval. Okay, you can change it, according to your team size. And if you have some integration on the GitHub, they will appear on here. For example, if you have, if you are using the Jenkins or Azure or Azure DevOps or Sonar Cube, they will automatically appear on here as an integration, and you can add to your rules as well. But by default, many companies, they are setting only this part because code review is so important for many companies. Yeah, you can attach such a things, but we won't do it. Keep in your mind. In the settings tab, you can create some rules for the merge. Yes, feature branch, and then yeah, in here, compare and pull request. Did you see? I created, I pushed all of my changes to my repository, and this green button become active. There was no such a thing. When I am creating one pull request for the merging. Open a pull request. What I am able to merge. Normally it should be in here. Yeah, the master will be this one. Yeah, normally master branch should be. I should change. Okay. Default. Yeah, it thinks at the moment the feature branch is a default branch. I will merge this master branch with the feature branch. Let's have a look. Can we change it from here? Branch settings. Let's have a look. Repository name. Yeah, default branch. I will set master branch because it should be master branch. I understand and update the default branch. Okay, maybe this mistake, you know, this problem happened, you know, it is good maybe because sometimes we are learning with the problems. You know, we couldn't find our master branch and we created manually, and then you know, we changed it default branch from the settings, branch from here. Okay, and now I should be able to merge my feature branch with the master branch. Okay, master branch, no. Okay, so you see in here this time it shows pull request, or you will see some big green button in here, but this time it shows like this. Okay, comparing changes, Node.js, and there isn't anything to compare. Master is up to date with all commits from feature Node.js hello. Okay, let's do some changes on the feature branch. Git status, for example, where I am now. Yes, what was my branch name? Feature Node.js hello. Git checkout minus, so git checkout feature Node.js hello. Node.js hello. Okay, to check, am I normally it should thanks God it starts to show. Yeah, something is come back, thanks God. Okay, we are now on the feature branch, and I will make some changes. Let me do it. For example, yeah, let's change my response. Hello 0 to 0. Nice. For example, let's have a look. The changes, git status. Yeah, it says this file is changed. Do you want to commit? Yes, I am saying yes, I will. My changes only that one. Okay. Okay, git status again. Yeah, it is the green. It means it is ready to commit. Git commit -m REST API endpoint. REST API endpoint response message is changed. Yeah, we did these things. Okay, we are giving such a you know, understandable message what I did. Endpoint, not D. Sorry. Git push. This time it will directly push because in the first time it is giving you know, such a it is giving us some warning. There is no such a remote branch on the remote on the GitHub. Please use this command, but second time it is not asking directly, it is pushing. Yes, let's have a look. Yes, this time it is active. Let's have a look. It is really push the code in here to here. Let's have a look. I change my branch src. Which folder did I change it? src up service. Up service. Let's have a look my changes. Yes. Hello 00 guys. Okay. Everything looks fine. Let's create a pull request. REST API endpoint response endpoint update response message is changes. Small changes. You can add anything. Okay. You know, normally, if you do settings as a review, if you add one rules from the settings, you will see available reviewers. At the moment, on project in my project, I don't have any contributors. Okay, that's why there is nothing. But if I include some developers to my project, they will appear on here. And that's why I will create a pull request. That's enough. You know, it says continuous integration has not been set up. You know, as I said, you can integrate your GitHub with the CI/CD pipeline. For example, if you are using Jenkins, Azure DevOps, Circle CI, you know, integration part is real simple. They will appear on here directly. By the way, yeah, let's have this one. Confirm the changes. By the way, if you want to see changes before you merge, it will show you, you know, such a nice changes list. If I want to add some commit, some review, for example, as a reviewer, I can add some comment. For example, yeah, you know, can you change it with the health check message, for example. You know, you can, if I click this one, it will automatically send to developer one notification. But if I click this one, you know, it will create one session for the command. At the end, it will send, you know, all message to developers. Yeah, you know, such a thing. On here, there was one comment. On here, I added another comment, and 18th line, I added another one, and all of my comments, it will send to developer in a same email. But in here, I can add directly one thing. As you see in here, I added some comment to code, and if I have some rules, you know, a developer should fix all the issues if he or she wants to merge with the master branch. Okay, review changes, you know, and then you, and then you know, as a code reviewer, I can you know, add additional command or approve or request a change. Okay, but now it is okay. Oh, sorry. What is that? Let's merge our code. Okay. Oh, it is automatically came to here. You see? And I can reply to these things, and I can say yes, resolve the conversation, and then I can commit. I can merge all the changes with the master branch. Okay, let's go to master branch. Did it merge successfully? To see, I am on the master branch and service. You see, everything looks fine. Yeah, in general, this is the it was the end-to-end journey for the code review, for example, for the new repository, brand new repository. Yeah, in general, for example, if your team lead, or if you took a new ticket from the pool, from the Jira, for new sprint, for example, you will continue. You will repeat same things again. For example, what I will do in the first place, before I start to new implementation, I have to check always my local repository. Is it latest version of the master, remote master? Okay, because in general, Git works, like this. It is creating some branch and repositories on your local machine. Also, it is creating some master branch and other branch on the remote repository as well. Before I start to work, I should always get the latest master branch from the production or from the remote. That's why, in the first place, I am checking my branch. Imagine I got a new task and I will implement the second task, for example. Yeah, I need to go master branch, git checkout master. Okay, git branch. You see, I am on the master branch. I should pull all the latest code from the master. Git pull origin master. It will take everything from the server. You see, it says fetch head. If you remember, it is updating the head. It's the head file always shows your active branch. Okay, it says your head file also updated with the origin master, and the changes with your local repository in this file. Okay, I updated my local master branch with the remote branch, and then I can start to create my new branch. Git checkout master B. Again, this time I can do bug fix. For example, bug fix. What can I say? Health check, for example. Did you remember I put one review, one comment on the REST endpoint? I will fix with this branch. Git status. Oops, sorry. It's status. Sorry, nothing. Git branch. I am in this branch, and I will update my message. For example, let's have a look. Am I sync git branch? Yes, I saw my new branch as a bug fix, health check. I can work on it. And git status, nothing, there is no changes, and I will update these things with one health check message. Healthy. Imagine, at the end, according to microservice architecture, you will have so many microservices. You need to monitor your microservice via one tool. That's why we are using health check endpoints. They are not doing anything. They are returning only one message. Okay, healthy, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. Normally, it checks only header status. If I am able to get 200 on the header, it means this microservice working healthy. By the way, I am not putting any business logic to this endpoint because it will check only health. That's why it should be simple and light. That's why I am returning only simple message. This microservice is healthy. Okay. Git status, have a look. Yeah, this file is changed. I am saying, okay, I completed. Let me run my test, npm run test. Oh my God, my unit test is not working. Because my unit test is written for hello world. I need to update these things as well. Where is it? Oops, sorry. Let me find the file. Okay, src app controller spec with the message. Hello world. Oops. Let's run again. What's happening in here? It is using jest. Yes, everything looks fine. Let's have a look my changes. Yes, I updated my service, and according to service, I have to update my controller unit test. Everything looks fine. Let's add these changes to server. Git add, git commit, -m, and add check message. And I will push my changes. It says on the remote repository, I don't have this branch. It is brand new branch. That's why I need to use this command in the first place. Yeah, it says, okay, everything sent to server. And you can go to your repository directly. I click this one because my local repository is connected to remote repository. That's why Git is smart. You can understand the link as well. Yeah, as you see, when I click the link, it automatically brought me this PR pull request window. I can create directly my my PR pull request, create pull request, and I can check my changes. Okay, everything looks fine. If I want to add any comment, I can add from here, but we don't need. Discard, okay. Conversation. Yeah, as you see in here, there is no conflict in here. We can directly merge. The conflict is also important. I think we don't have so much time. Maybe next event I can show you how can we solve the conflict. But in here, directly we can confirm merge with the master branch. Let's go to master branch. Yeah, as you see, merge codes. Do I have everything on the master branch? Hub service. It is healthy. Okay, everything looks fine. You know, in general, you know, we saw in this event how we are creating brand new repository, and we created also one node.js microservice, and we created new branch. We created bug fix branch, and we push all the changes to server, and we merge with the master branch. That's all from me. Maybe if you have any question, we can continue. We can jump to question and answer session. Yes, somebody has some question on the same branch. So join late. Yeah, by the way, you can ask verbally or you can write on the chat as well. On the chats, I saw so many things. Okay. After you merge, are we able to create other changes? You know, as a best practice, you know, you shouldn't do anything on the master branch. You know, if you want to add only one dot even, better to create one brand new branch as a bug fix, as a feature branch or something. It doesn't matter what you are giving as a name. You know, you and then create a PR for your changes, and somebody review it. After that, you can merge with the master, but don't do it on your master.
No, I wasn't speaking of the master branch. I was speaking of a branch that you create, such as I'm a Drupal developer, and we have sprints, and within our sprints, we have all of our issues set up via tickets in Bitbucket. So what happens is, if I have an issue, I create a ticket for that ticket is created for that issue. So when I'm using GitHub, I have to use the ticket such as you showed us, the ticket ID such as you showed us earlier, right? So, and it may just be a process for a per project process, because what happened was I was working on a branch that I created. No, we never work from master. We always do everything local from the branch. Great. And the branch that we use, I base that off of the name of the ticket. But when I'm done and we do a merge, I've been told that you don't want to do more than one issue per branch, such as if I'm working on one ticket and it has one issue, they only want you to do one issue on that branch, but you're not supposed to go create another branch. So my thinking is, once you merge and that's been merged into master, are we still able to go back and reuse that branch you created locally?
I understood this. Yeah, I got it, your point. In the first place, you know, maybe you heard the solid principle or separation of concern. You know, we have to follow these principles in everywhere. In the first place, yeah, I understood your point, because we are also developers. We are living such a situation, you know, always. You know, as a best practice, you know, when you merge your branch with the master branch, as a best practice, we are deleting the branch. Yes, if you don't delete your branch, you can make changes on this branch. Also, after that, you can commit your changes. You can create an NPR for the master branch again. But it is not nice things, you know. As a best practice, you know, in the industry, for every request, we are creating brand new branch, and we are creating a PR. When somebody, or manager or team leader or our colleagues, when they made a code review and when they accept everything, we are merging with the master branch. After that, you know, better to delete it, because it will increase the complexity. At the end, you know, 1 year later, maybe you will have 100 branch under this master branch. You know, Also, your ticket shouldn't be alive when you merge your code with the master branch. If the problem still continues, you should create another ticket and you should give a reference, your previous ticket as a, you should give your previous ticket as a reference to new ticket.
Got it.
Yeah,
so,
I understood your case.
Okay.
But as a best practice, we should keep everything in a simple way. Yeah, otherwise, you will see, many people see, I have more than 10 years finance banking experience. Some of the tickets lives more than 1 year.
Yeah.
You have to close it.
Yeah.
And if something still continue, you should follow under the new ticket. Otherwise, somebody, your manager will come to you, why we are not able to solve this rocket science for 1 year. What will you answer?
Yeah, it happened to me, and that's why I was asking. And I know our senior architect was like, no, Michelle, first you need to ensure that your commit messages have meaning. It must tell what you were doing, what you changed. So, and I'm like, why am I doing all of this? And then I made an error on that actual branch, and I pushed it, they okayed it, and they merged it, but I needed to go back and make a change. So I'm like, why can't I use this same branch? No, it'll be too complex. And because of the way DevOps is set up for where I work at, we didn't want to do it that way. But the way I'm hearing it, they were correct. And it is best practice to just create a new branch for the new issue, even though it's pertaining to the same issue. But some way, somehow, I need to ensure that I can link the two issues so that my senior why there's two different tickets for the same issue. So, well, not really the same issue, but I get what you're saying. Now I'm okay with them. They all right with me in the world because you said so. So I believe them now.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah. Another question from Ramya. Remote branch means the ones in the GitHub project. Yes, exactly. Yeah. When we start to work, for example, in a one company, they are creating one master Git repository on their own system, maybe on their own server, maybe on their cloud, maybe on the GitHub. They are creating one repository. When we start to work on one issue, we are creating another repository via Git on our local machine, and we are creating a reference from our local machine to remote repository. That's why we are keeping them in a sync. Any other questions? Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, another are there advanced Git session. To be honest, Git is really big world because they created Linux via Git. This is, it has really so much features, really big world. Yeah, I am planning to do because to be honest, I want to show the guys how Git works, how it is creating the hash. According to hash, how it is managing the branch and what is the relation between the branch and master branch. I want to show these things as well. Yeah, we are planning. And another question, guys. Yes, Sony, we have two repository. One is in our local machine, one is on the server. Yeah. Yeah, before we start on our local machine, we need to sync our master branch with the remote master branch. This is so important, Otherwise, most of the guys doing mistakes, most of the conflicts happening just because of the synchronization problem. Keep in your mind. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? I talk a lot, so sorry. Normally, I was planning to finish on 7:35, but I wanted to finish. Yeah. Yeah, conflict is, you know, another important thing is to manage our conflicts. Git is really successful about conflicts. Yeah, by the way, I am doing most of the things via console, but there are so many useful IDE for the repository management as well. For example, source tree is one of them. Most of the guys using this, you know, source tree. For example, in IntelliJ, there are some other plugin comes with the IntelliJ. For example, it is really nice. It shows local history. It shows remote repository. It shows the differences between the previous and latest one. You know, and it is giving you manual merge screen. Yeah, it has also merge screen as well. Manually, you can see everything on the same screen. Yeah, what was it? What was the previous? What was the latest? And you can easily merge your codes according to that comparison. It is really nice. Maybe next time I can show you in there. Yes. Any other question, guys? Otherwise, I'm hungry. I will eat something. And also, you know, next week also we will do one another event about the Git. Its name is Git Flow. Git Flow is really nice things. Maybe you heard about the branching strategy things. Most of the DevOps guys, in the first place, they are deciding to their branching strategy. They are planning at the beginning of the project the whole life cycle. How will they manage on the repository? Yeah, Git Flow is really nice implementation for that purpose. Better to know. It is easy to manage your feature branch, bug fix. For example, if you have some defect on the test, how you should solve, what kind of flow you should follow, or if you have one defect on the production, what kind of flow you should follow. With the Git flow, you can find a solution with the Git flow. It's really nice things we are using for Git flow in our project as well. If you are interested in join to that session as well. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I talk a little bit more. Yeah, so sorry for that. I think there is no questions. Thank you guys for
thank
your
you very
questions.
much.
Yeah, thank you too as well. See you on in our other events as well. Keep in touch. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.